on board so that you guys can check out a little bit closer. And then, of course, Tori's going to make drinks back there because why would we buy ice when it's at our disposal? So that's all happening downstairs on the bow. Once again, welcome to Hubbard Glacier, everyone.
Look at that. Isn't that cool?
That's a glacier.
Look at it sinking. I'm bobbing.
Folks up here. Money shot coming up.
Bear with me for just a moment. As you can see, the current is moving pretty quickly today. So we're going to have to kind of go around it, get resettled here. So we will have our stern to the glacier for just a minute. Bear with me, we'll get repositioned as soon as we get past all this current here.
I thought there was.
That's pretty cool.
That's not, but there was one I
And there's the jewel.
Oh, there we go.
It's already a bit of camping on our 3 o'clock there, so definitely not too very off the glacier as we get settled in here.
Teen. Wait. $7-mile wide. You know what?
Well, you saw the couple over there, right?
Couple what?
Calvings.
I didn't.
Okay. And I heard the snap too.
I heard it. I didn't see it.
Thank you.
I feel like I was looking right at it and I didn't see it. It's typical.
Did you see the seal?
Yes.
There was 3 of them.
I saw one.
You had to go around this little ice field.
Cute, right? It's a good picture. It's a framer.
Current's really bad.
It's because everything is coming off of the ice. It like bounces in and then comes back. And then when it calves, it actually creates a current.
Worth it. It's so the jewel's way back there.
I know a piece is going to go on that right hand side. There's been small trickles.
Whereabouts? Point to where you're thinking.
See the big gap?
Yes.
Okay, right to the right of that.
Okay. Well, see,
There's nobody.
the sun's so bright, it's hard to see the screen even though I have it on its brightest setting. Well, at least I saw that cave. I didn't have my camera anywhere near ready, but at least I saw it. Well, I feel like the Marjorie Glacier I looked at for an hour and I didn't see it, Kev. Okay.
experienced warmer temperatures. So a glacier is going to advance when overall it gains more ice than it loses. To understand how all that works, I need to introduce you to a few terms. First is the accumulation area. That's the part of the glacier where snow that falls will become new glacier ice and add mass to that glacier. The opposite of that is the ablation area. That's where ice is lost either due to calving or melting. And the ratio between those two, or the accumulation area ratio, is what's going to determine whether a glacier is going to be advancing, receding, or just staying stable. So right now, Hubbard's accumulation area ratio is 0.95. That tells us that 95% of the surface area of this glacier is in its accumulation area. That also means it's only losing mass around 5% of its total area. How's that possible? Well, like I said, geography. Hubbard is 76 miles long, and most of that is up at a very high elevation. If you know anything about being way up in the mountains, it tends to be cold up there, and it stays relatively cold year-round. So throughout the year, any precipitation that's falling in this area, which is a lot, is going to be falling as snow on most of this glacier. So it's getting added to constantly, and because it's only losing mass from that really small percentage, it is still gaining more than it's losing. So at this point in Hubbard Glacier's life cycle of a tidewater glacier, the life cycle is advancing, receding over hundreds of years, Hubbard is in good shape. It's going to keep growing for quite a while until it reaches an accumulation area ratio of around 0.7. That's when we typically see these glaciers need to start retreating to reach equilibrium again. But it's going to be a while before it hits that number, so luckily that means Hubbard Glacier is going to continue to be big and beautiful for the foreseeable future. And that also means we don't have to feel guilty about wanting it to calve, because all this ice that it's losing here is going to be replaced and then some.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just on the day.
There, he's just coming up a little bit. Now he's big, better around.
Yep. Yep.
Get the video. Yeah. Girls better watch. Look at this inside that one farm. It's really cool. see the sea lions or seals?
Seal. Yep.
Didn't taste weird.
I think I got them on film.
Did you? I got a couple pictures of them earlier.
I mean, it wasn't exactly zoomed on him, but he was in the.
Well, you can zoom in.
I saw him.
I'm gonna take a piece out. I'm gonna take a piece out. And do
Well,
it.
there's still more.
Oh, there we go.
Right there, that was a big piece.
Yeah, right over.
Splash that's going on. I must have seen
I think I got it on video, but I didn't see it myself.
Yeah, you definitely did. You're in the right spot.
Go right at it, right?
I said, wherever the sun is there.
At your favorite spot.
I said, we melted a little.
Oh, was it to the left of that gash or to the right of the gash?
I've seen
It was to the left. Yeah, you're right. I was right on it. I just didn't see it.
Yeah.
Did you get your Bloody Mary?
Of course I did.
Oh, good.
Some glacier ice.
Glacier ice Bloody Mary. Yes.
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's a Bloody Mary.
It's good.
I miss
better than
the
others.
I miss the the olive and
Yeah.
Yeah. It's glacier, right? Can I see it?
yeah, absolutely.
Taste it, just don't drop it.
Yes.
Oh, it's good.
It is good.
It's good. I'm serious. It's good.
Glad you're serious. You can't hear the cat.
I heard it up top.
You did hear the
Yeah,
cat
yeah.
the clap?
Yeah, I heard it a couple times. I didn't see it, but I heard it. Yeah, I think I saw it.
You see the aftermath?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
It's like you hear it and then you go, oh.
no, it's already too late. Like it's like when you hear it, it's already like too late because of the sound traveling.
We saw one over here.
There's 3 of them that are swimming around.
Yeah, I only saw one.
They must really be intact. Cold water.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Well, London lives in Delaware, but sorry. It's okay. We blame her.
He worked in Delaware for
25 years.
25 years.
Wow.
Cool.
And then Pop, my grandfather, must have gone up somewhere in Pennsylvania to work, and then he met my grandpa. And so they lived in Virginia. We had a dairy farm, and one time they went to Pennsylvania and they came home when my father was 9, and the barn was burning. So the Amish came from up in Pennsylvania because he wanted a particular kind of barn, a bow truss barn, so there were no poles in the middle. And so they came down and built it, and it goes up in 3 days. Because
Oh,
they just
they're
had little
amazing.
ants all over, the
They're
building.
amazing.
So I have some pictures of those kind of things I got from my dad, the Amish barn raising.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah. So yeah, she was from Birmingham, and he was from.
Like they left the community for.
A lot of people do. Yeah.
They do now. Okay.
Well, my great grandfather came because of local climate, because he had a daughter with tuberculosis. So they moved to Virginia after the Depression. I guess the South was trying to get people to come, farm and do things. So they bought a Civil War plantation in Virginia, over 1,000 acres, and
That's a big piece
and
of
started
property.
farming. But the Mennonite community, which is, a lot of those people have Amish roots, but they're more liberal, if you will. But anyway, there
liberal than the Amish are.
Isn't Burdenham near where Debbie's place is, Ray Caboose? Isn't that near Burdenham?
Well, it's Lancaster. I don't know. I really don't know. It's
Like near Strasburg Railroad?
Yeah,
This is
Strasburg
Gap.
Railroad.
That's Gap, which is Burdenham's north of the Gap.
North.
She's really
okay.
from Intercourse, but which is St. Bernard.
I believe all.
Yeah.
I love the names of Pennsylvania.
Yeah. And so my grandma always wore a cape dress, you know, like the Amish.
Okay.
She always did.
Getting the cover on the head. So she's still dressed it.
Conservative Mennonites would dress
Okay.
like that too.
My grandmother was Quaker.
Okay.
So
Not too far off.
not too far off. But they were a little bit more, even more liberal. But yeah, she had a Bible with all these
So out ahead of
letters.
us, you can see where the glacier disappears behind that
No
point of
idea
land
where
over
it
to the
is.
right.
It would be so
It
cool
disappears
to
into
have.
an area called Russell Fjord, and I really can't talk about Hubbard Glacier without also talking about Russell Fjord for a couple of reasons. Now, number one, Russell is responsible for some really intense currents that we have to deal with on a daily basis, including right now. You've probably noticed how fast the ice has been moving around us. Poor Captain Jen's been having to go from place to place and readjusting because this current is pushing us all over the place, and most of that current is coming out of Russell Fjord. Russell Fjord is a large body of water. It's about 35 miles long and 1,000 feet deep, and it is only connected to the ocean by this narrow gap right here off to our about 11 o'clock. So as the tide rises and falls, water is going to be flowing into and then back out of Russell Fjord. But since it all has to go through such a narrow gap to get in and out, it speeds up significantly and creates some really, really strong currents. So right now we're about at low tide, so as that tide is dropping, all the water in Russell Fjord is rushing out and coming towards us and pushing us and the ice away from the glacier.
Apparently he did. 'Cause
Now,
he-
aside from
Even though I
currents,
didn't
Russell
see
is
it.
also responsible for some record-breaking floods. The largest of those happened back in 1986. So what happened was that that particular spot in the glacier advanced really rapidly all of a sudden to where it pressed up against that point of land and blocked Russell Fjord off from the ocean entirely, turning it into Russell Lake. That was all fine and good for a while, but you know what happens when you dam up a body of water? Water's gonna fill in behind it.
Nature finds a
And
way.
fill in it did. With all the rain and the snowmelt we get around here, Russell Fjord filled up way above sea level. And then eventually, on the night of October 8th, the pressure of all that water just became too much for the ice to handle, and the dam broke, sending all of that water flooding back here into Disenchantment Bay at a whopping rate of 30 million gallons per second.
Wow.
To put that in perspective, only about 700,000 gallons of water flow over Niagara Falls every second. And that set the record for the largest glacial lake outburst flood in recorded history. A glacial lake outburst flood is exactly what it sounds like, essentially just a lake made by a glacier floods. But Hubbard was not done, because in 2002 something very similar happened. That time it was only 14 million gallons per second, only. But that was still enough to set the record for the second largest glacial lake outburst flood in recorded history. And Hubbard is starting to calve right now, so watch that glacier. Saw a couple little calvings, so sometimes that's a precursor to something bigger. So I'll stop talking for a moment and let you enjoy the glacier. Hopefully it'll let loose for us.
It's got the spice in it, but it's just fun to have that fact when I drink some. Yes. No problem. No charge.
I actually saw that one.
You actually saw one?
Yeah, I saw it. I actually saw
it.
it. I recorded it and saw it. There it goes again. Same place. It's
There we go. Wow. That's a biggie.
She said it was a precursor to more.
There it goes. Here it goes. Whoa. Oh, it's going to be more. Oh, it's going to be a big splash.
Cool.
Danny, did you get it? Oh, good.
He's still recording, so he got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Yes. So cool.
Mission accomplished.
I knew that was going to go in there.
She said it too. She
Yeah,
said
you
it was
start
a.
to see little pieces go.
She said it was a precursor to something larger. That was cool.
There's one to the right also that may, because it's been shedding.
How far to the right?
This
To,
To the right of the big gash.
yes.
yeah,
How far?
Oh God.
in between.
A mile.
You want precision? You don't have precision.
About halfway up to that little like circular thing to the right of the gap.
Oh my God, I can't even go.
Oh.
Just keep your you have it on the camera. That's
See how there's
all
like a
it's
circular thing there? Right to the right of the gash. It's almost like a round.
Yeah, like a hole. Like
Yeah,
a cave.
yeah. That's what I was asking. Is that what you were thinking?
Or closer over to
Well, you
where
see
the-
little pieces falling over there, left and right.
Yeah, there it is. It's over there where you're talking
Yeah.
about.
That's where the Yeti's hiding.
The Yeti.
The Glacier Cave.
Just because it's white doesn't mean it's not. It could just be Bigfoot. Sasquatch. Depends on where we're at, right?
Every time I say there's no Bigfoot, you just remind me how big all of this Alaska is. And I say,
There you go, I'll remind you
Yeah,
all the
what makes you think that something couldn't hide in there, right?
You look out there and you realize nobody's ever walked on it.
Right.
It's just amazing.
There's no other word. Yeah, it's just amazing how big it all is. Gorgeous place.
You can stop recording right now.
History. A glacial lake outburst flood is exactly what it sounds like, essentially just a lake made by a glacier floods. But Hubbard was not done, because in 2002 something very similar happened. That time it was only 14 million gallons per second, only. But that was still enough to set the record for the second largest glacial lake outburst flood in recorded history. And Hubbard is starting to calve right now, so watch that glacier. Saw a couple little calvings, so sometimes that's a precursor to something bigger. So I'll stop talking for a moment and let you enjoy the glacier. Hopefully it'll let loose for us.
It's got the spice in it, but it's just fun to have that fact when I drink some. Yes. No problem. No charge.
I actually saw that one.
You actually saw one?
Yeah, I saw it. I actually saw
say
it. I recorded it and saw it. There it goes again. Same place. It's
There we go. Wow. That's a biggie.
She said it was a precursor to more.
There it goes. Here it goes. Whoa. Oh, well, it's going to be more. Oh, it's going to be a big splash.
Cool.
Danny, did you get it? Oh, good.
He's still recording, so he got it.
Yeah, I got it. Yes. So cool.
Mission accomplished.
I knew that was going to go in there.
She said it too. She
Yeah,
said
you
it was
start
a.
to see little pieces go.
She said it was a precursor to something larger. That was cool.
There's one to the right also that may, because it's been shedding.
How far to the right?
This
To,
To the right of the big gash.
yes.
yeah,
How far?
Oh God.
in between.
A mile.
You want precision? You don't have precision.
About halfway up to that little like circular thing to the right of the gap.
Oh my God, I can't even go.
Oh.
Just keep your you have it on the camera. That's
See how there's
all
like a
it's
circular thing there? Right to the right of the gash. It's almost like a round.
Yeah, like a hole. Like
Yeah,
a cave.
yeah. That's what I was asking. Is that what you were thinking?
Or closer over to
Well, you
where
see
the-
little pieces falling over there, left and right.
Yeah, there it is. It's over there where you're talking
Yeah.
about.
That's where the Yeti's hiding.
The Yeti.
The Glacier Cave.
Just because it's white doesn't mean it's not. It could just be Bigfoot. Sasquatch.
Depends on where we're at, right?
Every time I say there's no Bigfoot, you just remind me how big all of this Alaska is. And I say,
There you go, I'll remind you.
Yeah, what makes you think that something couldn't hide in there, right?
You look out there and you realize nobody's ever walked on it.
Right.
It's just amazing.
There's no other word. Yeah. It's just amazing how big it all is.
It's just
Gorgeous
Well,
place.
you can stop recording right